Happy 23rd birthday to the One Piece manga! Happy birthday! Soap bubbles everywhere and I don't care. Here we have chapter 985. I'm Hegassen. We are celebrating the end of 23 years and maybe the start of another 23 years. Although personally, I hope not, because I'm going to be very old by the time this ends. Maybe another 10. Maybe another 3. Don't know. But let's get into this. But first of all, a confession, an apology. I have already read this chapter. I know it says reaction. I did record it, but it was unusable. The footage that I recorded was completely unusable. Even like just having the audio. This chapter does not deserve just the audio. This was, spoiler, it's a fantastic chapter. So I'm going to read through it again. I'm going to give you my thoughts along the way. It's going to be a slightly different reaction and review. I really apologise. I'm so upset that I cannot share my initial reaction for this chapter with you because it was so good reading through it. I'm going to try and get as close as I can, but I'm not going to lie to you. I'm not going to lie to you and read it and then record it and pretend that it's my first time, because I don't want to do that. I don't want you guys to see that. So thank you for tuning in. Hopefully you enjoyed this slightly different video. Please let me know down in the comments below when we get to the end of this what it's like. Let's get into it. We have the beautiful colour page image here. We see Kid and Luffy riding on top of 2 parrots. I did see Law originally. Like, first of all, I was just looking at them. I was like, oh, why is it just Kid and Luffy? But no, Law's there as well. The colours are beautiful. I love, like, the faces on the parrots. What a good start, but let's get into the actual chapter. The chapter was called The New ONIGASHIMA Project. So straight away, you're like, oh, it's going to be a good chapter. We're going to get some big reveals. ONIGASHIMA, rear entrance. Then we have Raizo's group, you know, the group that Law was with. Don't see Law, but we got Raizo and all that here. I knew you would come. Whoa, they're really here. Wahaha, gihihihaha, says Kanjuro. We may not have found traces of samurai infiltration, but it was impossible to think you wouldn't show up. After all, I know better than anyone how persistent you are, says Kanjuro, because he spent all of that time with them. Next page. Kanjuro! And then we have the group there. Inorashi, Nekomamushi, Okiku, Izu, together for the first time in ages. And then we have Kanjuro's little group. We have that guy with the mouse ears there. And 2 headless samurai on horses. At first, I was like, what are these people? Are these going to be gifters? They've got tiny little bug heads. But as you see here, they're not. Kanjuro, you will not be raiding us today. Hey, I know these guys are some like random fodder. I saw them at the boiling 20 years ago. So thanks for the information, random fodder. And we see the headless one. Izzo says, samurai warriors with their heads cut off. Very artful of you. Kanjuro made these. At first I was like, they're not, like, I guess I should have suspected because they're on like normal horses, not like the kind of like flaming Rapidash style horses that we've seen in the rest of Wano. Kanjuro, they even look like you, don't they? So Izzo, you've returned just so you can lose in battle. Then we got Raizo. Well, we have not lost our heads. Release Lord Momonosuke at once. Oh, he resisted as best he could, says Kanjuro. Then we get a flashback as to what actually happened with Momonosuke and Kanjuro. Because remember, Momonosuke took that blade. He was desperate not to be a burden upon you. He found the dagger at some point and used it to free himself. Then we see Kanjuro's got the tiniest of cuts. Momonosuke, at least he did something. At least he did a little bit of damage on Kanjuro. Of course, he could not actually escape. But he cut my palm in the attempt, and I did not take kindly to it. I punished him, but not enough to knock him unconscious. And we got Kikunojo, she's crying, Lord Momonosuke! So Kanjuro, falling down the ranks. A traitor, a liar, and a child beater. Let's get into the next page. We see Kawamatsu, he's not looking happy. To my surprise, however, the boy still lives. I suppose it must be Odin's blood. But his suffering will ease soon, as we speak on the stage inside. And then we got Inorashi and Nekomamushi. They're like talking among themselves while Kanjuro's giving this big speech. They don't care about what Kanjuro has to say, you know. They know that they're going to get in there and rescue. Hey, they are about to carry out Momonosuke's public execution. Even though I've read it once, I still can't read. We have, all we have to do is buy some extra time. In just a few minutes, the history of the Kozuki clan will officially end. And then we see Kikunojo putting her mask down. But then we have Inuarashi and Nekomamushi. And I love this. I love this. Where's your Gara? What's with your Gara hand? Nifty, huh? And then, like, Nekomamushi showing his gun hand. And then Inuarashi surprisingly says, it's nice. It's nice. They're actually, like, agreeing and getting along. Totally unexpected. I love that. Then we got Kikunojo looking excellent. Glad that she's got the mask back on. I was a little bit worried that we might never see the mask, you know, after that initial reveal, but I'm glad that it's back. You may shut your mouth now, Kanjuro. The wounds this one's katana leaves. This one's? That's such a weird way of... is that somebody else's blade? This one's katana leaves do not vanish in the afterlife. Like snow that remains into the spring, they will continue to torment your soul for eternity. Then show me, Kiku! And they go into battle. Let's get going. So there we have Nekomamushi, Izzo, Kawamatsu, and Ashura Doji ready. They charge in. We've got some random beast pirates. We got Kanjuro's brush versus Kikunojo's blade. We get an epic shot of Kikunojo's mask. Looks awesome. Kanjuro and his evil face as well. It also looks kind of cool. And then we have the scene that completely surprised me. We have, like, had to do a double take. We have Nekomamushi, what's with your Gara leg? And then we have Inuarashi confirmed. I use 2 swords now, and he's got a sword for a leg. The way it's been drawn, if you don't notice the blade, it looks a little bit weird, but fantastic. I was speculating with friends, I was having a joke with friends, I maybe said it in my last review, that wouldn't it be funny if Inuarashi has a sword for a leg? And he has a sword for a leg. I also said flamethrower, but he's got a sword for a leg, gun for a hand, sword for a leg. Meow, not bad. Nekomamushi says, returning the favour. Little bits of respect building between them. Inside the castle. Hey, Kaido's speech is starting. Put it on the visual transponder now. And then we have Yamato. When I originally recorded this, again, I must apologise that I have to re-record it. We had Yamato, and I was like, huh? Nani? Is that Nami? Because Yamato has such a Nami face. I looked at that and was like, is that Nami? But no, it's not Nami. It is Yamato. Attic space. So speaking as Kazuki Oden, I followed the proper logic that says, as Ace's brother, you should be giving me a ride on your ship. Yamato inviting herself to join the Straw Hats there to kind of take on Oden's place. But what I like about this actually is that Yamato, you know, she's kind of acknowledging Luffy as a Gold Roger figure here, because Gold Roger obviously, Oden obviously went on Gold Roger's ship, and Yamato wants to be like Oden, so she needs a Roger, and she's picking Luffy, so I like that. Now, hang on, Kazuki Oden's a guy, says Luffy, that everyone loves. There's no way you can be Oden, even though Luffy before was like, I think you're a good person. And then Yamato says, okay, fine. Maybe you're more Oden than me. Now, I'm not sure if this is like referring to like gender, or as we see a little bit later on, about freedom. So what does that mean? I'm more Oden. And then she says, how can I be Oden and not be free? Yeah, so this is actually kind of why I like, this is actually kind of cool rereading it again, because, and talking like this, because I'm actually picking up different things. So yeah, now how can I be Oden and not be free? It's because of these shackles. And that's, yeah, so that's why she's saying to Luffy, okay, you're more Oden than me. So yeah, not gender. So it is about the shackles. But what's weird is that we see those shackles. I thought they were like decoration, that she put them on because like Oden was wearing them. But no, they are actually shackles. It doesn't look like they're connected though. They got the claws, but it doesn't look like they're connected. Like we know that she isn't like chained up to a wall or anything. She can still move around and everything. I wanted to go to sea with Ace and his friends so badly. That's really cool as well. The fact that she wanted to go with Ace. Okay, that's a flashback that we need to see. Why didn't she go? Was it her father? Was it Ace? But I have been imprisoned on this island. Actually, I wonder how Whitebeard, like, did Ace ever tell Whitebeard that he went to Wano and met like Oden, Kaido's child, and she was dressing up as Oden and stuff? But I have been imprisoned on this island, says Yamato, since the age of 8. Those are prison shackles. Those are prison shackles, says Luffy with a question mark. I mean, they're not pleasure ones, are they, Luffy? That's right, they will explode if I leave this island. And it was at this point I was like, hang on, Luffy knows how to get out of shackles that can explode with his new haki. To be honest, it could all be a lie. I mean, what father would blow up his own child? And this is very interesting as well, because, you know, we've seen that Kaido, there's a little bit of love there, so it's surprising that, you know, he would put explosive shackles on his own daughter, which, you know, he's referring to as son because she wants to be portrayed as Odin. But just imagining the possibility that it's true keeps me trapped here with fear. I know what my father is like, also confirming that she doesn't have the haki. Want me to take him off? Says Luffy, so casual. Listen, do you really want to fight on our side? I mean, you know, it will mean seeing me whoop Kaido right before your eyes. I wish that I could do the same, says Yamato. Do you know how many times he's beaten me since childhood? Every time I challenged him, he ensured that I paid the price. Again, not really sure what that is referring to. Like, she doesn't look like she's been like massively beaten. Is there like scars that we can't see and stuff? Or has he been taking that? Has he been taking that punishment elsewhere? Fine, I'll take those off. You don't understand. These have kept me trapped here for 20 years. You don't understand, Yamato. You don't understand with this haki. It's been 2 years since. So this is now an announcement coming out from downstairs from Kaido's speech. It's been 2 years since Whitebeard's Paramount War. Hey, they're projecting the speech from the stage. And there we see Kaido on the big screen. We see some rabbit guy in the crowd. And finally, the world has churned into motion. The 7 warlords were not disbanded. Click. This is Luffy's first time hearing about this. Is he going to show some concern a little bit later on about Boa? Maybe even Buggy. Because of some mad whim of the government. It's a sign of confidence that the Navy headquarters has a new force capable of stopping us. Something from Vegapunk's research. And we see Luffy and we see Yamato peeking out of a gap in the attic. But while the world government grows arrogant, we have decided to join hands with the Big Mom pirates and seize the greatest power in the world, the ancient weapons. And I was like, what? What? Ancient weapons coming back? You know, we've had mention of Shirohoshi. We've had Vivi, Alabasta being talked about recently. So it's time. It's time for the ancient weapons coming back. Are we finally going to get Uranus? Is maybe the skull of Onigashima something to do with Uranus? We don't know where Uranus is. Is it in Wano? Very good stuff. Big stuff. And stuff, you know, heading again towards the end game of One Piece. You know, big, important stuff. Everything is now coming together. Everything is getting connected. Hey, Frankie's there as well. And he's got some of the knowledge in there as well. So, in other words, eek, huh? And then there's a big explosion. And who's that coming through the door? It's Big Mom. And we see Big Mom. And she's surrounded by her Wano style homies. Just looking at them, they all look amazing. There's like a little Karibo one in there as well. But there's like the umbrella one, the lantern ones, the sandal ones. All of the classic ones based on the Tsukuyogami. The kind of ancient Japanese yokais, that like items that have come alive. Like discarded ones and old ones that have come alive. And these are Big Mom's kind of homies in the Wano style, and I love them because they really connect to the theme and everything. We see Prometheus in the background, and she says, "Did I hear you calling my name, Kaido?" And then we've got some like random people in the crowd running away. Oh, it's Big Mom! And then it took me a while, but then you look, because I was like, hang on, where's Nami? Where's Nami? Then you look in Big Mom's hand, and there is Zeus. Off-screen defeat of Nami. You can't see Nami yet. Everybody in the crowd, they're like, she's terrifying up close. So that's the world's most powerful hag, says some random fodder. You don't want to be saying that in front of Big Mom. I'm pretty sure that person's soul was ripped out off panel. But then we have Nami and Carrot thrown on the floor. I can't see Shinobu. We have Robin and Jinbe in the crowd. Robin's thinking Nami, like, off screen. Don't know what happened. Hopefully manga fills that out. Big Mom caught up to them. We didn't get to see the fight. We didn't get to see Prometheus versus Zeus, but we know that now Big Mom has Zeus there. But Zeus is looking pretty knocked out, to be honest. So not sure Zeus is going to be too happy that he's going to be back with Big Mom. And what is actually going to happen now? Is Big Mom going to like reabsorb him or something? Lots to talk about there as well. How they're going to get Nami back. Where was Sanji? Sanji was there at that scene. Why didn't Sanji run to help out Nami and Carrot when they were in trouble? You know, what is actually going on with Sanji when he finds out that Big Mom has taken out Nami and has Nami? You know, Sanji better come back and try and rescue the girl that he's mad for. So yeah, and he's got a lot of history with Big Mom, so I'm all for Sanji versus Big Mom. So yeah, more interesting stuff here. And then we have Kaido. Took you long enough, Lin Lin, but I'm still in time, aren't I? Mama, don't be a stickler. If we bricker and fight, it will stay out of reach. But when we join sides, we pull it within range. And then Kaido says, listen up, people. We're putting our weight into piracy business at long last. Next page. This is Big Mom and Kaido, we're going to claim the One Piece. Now we know that Luffy is listening in the attic. A big declaration from them two. You know, going out after the One Piece. They're not sitting in their territories anymore. They have poneglyphs. They now, I would imagine, need to go and find out where the last ones are. I'm assuming that puts Zoe, you know, under attack. Is Kaido still keeping tabs under Zoe and, you know, maybe Shanks, maybe Blackbeard? We don't know where this last one's at. And we keep on reading. We've got everybody cheering. Yeah, we've got Big Mom there in the crowd. The existence of the ancient weapons will bring fear and war to humanity. Prepare yourselves, for that is the world of violence that we seek. And we got Orochi, he's listening in. Well, isn't this something? Yeah. Which raises a question, says Kaido, but we cut to Yamato, the One Piece, and then Luffy. Hey, that's what I'm gonna get. I'm surprised Luffy didn't shout it out there and then. I'm getting the One Piece, you know. Followers of Orochi, says Kaido. You must now choose. With its imposing waterfall defense, Wano is a natural fortress that neither the Navy nor the world government can easily reach. We've got everybody here listening. Some of these people I think we've seen before. If we expand with more weapons factories and turn the populace of the flower capital into a labour source. Next page, page 16 and 17. Kaido continues, then it will transform into a lawless land that all manner of pirates around the world call paradise. Now this is interesting because this is very similar to what Blackbeard's got going on. He's got like a little kind of pirate paradise kingdom, and now we know that Blackbeard is also making a move. So you know, all of the big powers are now making their moves. We don't quite know what Blackbeard's going after, but is Blackbeard also going after what Big Mom and Kaido are going after? And if so, then that just leaves Shanks. Kaido, says Orochi. So now Kaido, you know, Orochi was listening and he was like, this is good, but now he's flower capital. What? Kaido, wait a moment. The flower capital is my territory. Who do you think allowed you to make all those And before Orochi can finish, Kaido casually turns around and cuts off Orochi's head. This is why I so wish my original footage lasted, because I was speechless. I was speechless for what felt like a few minutes. I was like, wait, hold on. What? Nani? Is Orochi dead? Nah. No way is Orochi dead. We know Orochi has a mythical zone and that he can grow multiple heads, right? No way is Orochi dead here. He's got the Yamato Orochi. I'm thinking that he's going to come back and he's going to have maybe one head missing. He's like a cat. He's got 8 lives though. 8 heads, 8 lives. Maybe come back with 7 heads. I very much doubt he is dead. You're not going to introduce a mythical zone and kill him off like that. I will be very shocked if Orochi is dead. Nobody dies in One Piece. Huh? Eek-wa, says people in the crowds. Me, I was just silent. I was just like, wait, what? what? And then we see Orochi's head fall on the floor. We got Fukurai Kujo, he is shocked. Shogun Orochi, Big Mom is just laughing. The concerns of the Kurozumi clan and the Kazuki clan mean nothing to us. And he smacks the cross that Momonosuke is in. You have 5 seconds to choose, followers of Orochi. And this is very, very interesting. You know, I thought the ancient weapon stuff was interesting. This is even more interesting because this just throws who is an ally and who is an enemy out of the window. Because we thought Orochi was one of the big bads. Fukurai Kujo and the Oniwa Banshu. Kanjuro. But Kanjuro was following Orochi. And now Orochi just had his head cut off by Kaido. Is Orochi now going to turn it around and start fighting Orochi? Like, as his own fraction? Or is he going to end up joining with the samurai? What does that mean for Kanjuro? I mean, they ain't going to forgive Kanjuro. No way are they going to forgive Kanjuro. But Kanjuro's going to follow Orochi, not Kaido. So this throws everything like into a big mess. It is going to be a big brawl in here. We have Perospero on his way, and he's already said that he isn't going to follow Big Mum's orders, so he doesn't know about any of this plan as well. He said he was going to cause a scene. Like, is this stuff going to go out of Wano? Are they now going to leave Wano? Are other people going to join? Like, this is excellent because we thought we knew where it was going, and it is just blasted all of that apart again. Every chapter right now is just, you can't speculate really with Wano. It's crazy. I mean, we have like the Toby Ropo, and you think about stuff. We've got X Drake in there as well. He's a Marine. He's now obviously going to have to report this stuff to Marines. Does this mean Sword is going to move in? This page, these 2 pages. What 2 pages are they again? What 2 pages? 16 and 17. This is crazy speculation time. Like, and then we have Luffy in the ceiling. We have Yamato. She's looking at Luffy because Luffy's like, that's Momo. Now Yamato is finding out because previously she thought that everybody else was dead. That's why she was taking on Odin's will, because she thought she was the only one left who could take on Odin's will. Luffy's like, Momo. Yamato's like, hey, don't shout. And they fall from the ceiling. He just killed Shogun Orochi, says people in the crowd. But why? They've been allies for years and years. Make your choice now, samurai. Join us and be pirates, or fight us now and die. And we see people in the crowd here. We see some of Orochi's men, and we see some of the Oniwa Banshu as well. So whose sides are these people going to join? You know, we had that special police force and everything. We are turning this country into a pirate empire in preparation for the coming world war. We'll be ranging out for more proper raids. Tonight, Onigashima becomes the flower capital. And then we cut to a Kikunojo outside, and we've got Momonosuke on the cross. Wano will be no more. Instead, there will only be new Onigashima, and its shogun shall be my son Yamato. Again, the fact that he says Wano will be no more. Does that mean that everybody who was antagonists in Wano are now going to be fighting Kaido? And that they're going out? They're going to be going out of Wano, like raiding? Is this going to bring more people in? Very good stuff. Very good stuff, Oda, on One Piece's 23rd anniversary. And then, on the last panel, we have Yamato, who's... I wanted to check this, actually, now that I'm doing it again. She's still got her cuffs on. Okay, so Luffy didn't get an opportunity to take them off. But yeah, you can see here that they're not actually connected to anything. It's just the threat that they might explode. So we have Yamato down in the crowd. We have Luffy down in the crowd. Look, there's Yamato, says some random people in the crowd, I guess. Yamato says, not even for a second, stupid dad. Hey, show me the way they're going to kill Momo, says Luffy. Or I think that's Luffy, I'm not quite sure. Someone called her Toby Ropo, someone says in the crowd. Again, X-Drake. You know, how's X-Drake going to play this? And they all want to, like, take each other out and kill one another as well. So there's still infighting going on within the actual Beast Pirates themselves. Yeah, that's the last page. Just double checking. Next chapter hits August 2nd as well, so we got a little break to process this. Oda, you deserve this little break. 23 years of the manga, you've done an excellent job, and this chapter was absolutely amazing. Like, I don't know how I'm going to do this, because normally I do my live reaction and my review, but because I couldn't quite do my live reaction, I guess this is now kind of my review. I might do this in one, and then since there's not one next week, I don't know. I'll think about what kind of video I want to do next week. But this chapter, as you can probably tell by the smile that has been on my face throughout this entire video, whatever it is, reaction, review, again, big apologies. Really, really sorry. If you're still here with me, I thank you so much. And let me know again if you kind of like this slightly different style. I'm so gutted that I couldn't really share my original thoughts with you. I can probably get the audio, but there's going to be no visual. For a chapter as good as this, I didn't really want to do it that way. I have done that in the past and I wasn't happy with it. But with I don't think for the 23rd anniversary, we're just going to have a still image with my voice talking. So this chapter is gold tier plus.
Ooh la la.
This chapter is gold tier plus. Easy. You don't just bring up ancient weapons in any old chapter. You know, you don't just bring up the fact that Big Mom and Kaido are joining forces and going after the One Piece in any old chapter. Kaido doesn't kill Orochi in any old chapter. You don't get Okiku versus Kanjuro in any old chapter. You don't get Nekomamushi and Inuarashi agreeing and complimenting one another in any old chapter. You don't get Inuarashi with a sword for a leg in any old chapter. Fantastic. Ace was mentioned as well. So much to speculate on. Haven't even mentioned the fact that Nami got defeated by Big Mom and Carrot. Didn't see Shinobu. Zeus is now back with Big Mom as well. What does that mean for Sanji? Oh my god. Fantastic chapter. Gold tier plus, like I said. I'm going to read this again. I'm going to read this again right now. It was that good. Thank you, Oda. Thank you for the last 23 years. And thank you in advance for the next 23 years. Even if One Piece isn't going in the next 23 years, I'm going to be going back and rereading it. So thank you so much, Oda. Thank you so much for this. Oh, fantastic. Fantastic. I'm going to blow more bubbles. Oh, I'm going to blow one bubble. Hey, so thanks for watching. What did you think? Let me know about it in the comments below. And if you enjoyed my video, maybe give it a like. And if you really liked it, why not subscribe? You can follow me on Twitter, Instagram and Twitch. Oh, and here's a related video you might enjoy and something more fresh. I've been Hegassen, and I'll talk to you next time. Bye!